So how did it all get started, and where does it go from here? Let's bring back into the show Tahmineh Dehbozorgi. Every time I have you on, Tahmineh Dehbozorgi.
There you go.
I tell you, I have it spelled out there. It's good to see you again, though.
Good to see you too again, Jim.
People in the newsroom know I was sitting there and I was practicing it, but let's talk about all of this. By the way, she's from Young Voices. She's back up late with us here on the Final Five. So this all started, look, GameStop has been an institution for part of my upbringing. I know for so many other people. I mean, there is this rich gamer culture that is intertwined with GameStop. And as you saw all of this play out, what kind of went through your head? Because you're an avid gamer yourself.
Yes. I was a gamer since I was a kid. And of course, we grew up buying DVDs, buying CDs. Game Boy was a thing when I was growing up. And, even right now, every time I go to the mall, I always go to the GameStop. I just have to. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, I never buy anything there anymore. Well, it's true. And I'm sure that's the same thing going on inside a lot of people's head. Like, gamers don't go to GameStop.
Right.
Come on. We have Steam. We have Origin. We have all these new platforms and new streams of games that we don't really need to buy games from GameStop. So what's going on? And that's a good question. That's
a really good point, because even I've noticed it. Right before I moved to DC, I had an Xbox 360. I had some games, and I went to GameStop and sold them. And the knock on GameStop is you pay $60 for a CD for a game, and then you go back in to trade it in, and they give you $3 or $4, and you're like, well, I mean, what else am I going to do with it? Here, take it. So the stock price has gone up, and there are people that are saying, look, it's not even worth $10, let alone the $200 or $300 that it's fluctuated at. But there is this nostalgia that I think a lot of people attach to places like GameStop, where you're right, you can download the games. I mean, that's where I buy anything for my PS4 now. I don't go to the store. I download it, but it is still, it reminded a lot of people that GameStop still exists.
Well, yeah, and that's definitely one part of the story that, when every time you go to the mall, you think to yourself, wow, this thing is still around, even though I never saw anyone shopping there. Well, the thing is, the whole issue with the GameStop stock market is not just exclusive to GameStop. It has going on for a long time on internet. There is this group of people on internet that place bet on all these stocks that are short sold by Wall Street.
Right.
So they buy them. And then right now we face the whole culmination of how this thing exploded. Well, part of it is those stocks being down. Well, just let me tell you this. Before this whole thing, because of COVID, Wall Street pulled its money out of retail. So everything has been down.
Yeah.
So all these people are going in, buying everything. And of course, it goes up. Well, it's basic economics.
As we've been seeing the reaction from all of this, I mean, it really is. Some people are seeing this as sticking it to the man, and you gotta respect. You have to respect the hustle, because once upon a time it was so difficult to buy stock. It was not, you couldn't pick up a phone, you had to call a broker, and then as time went on, it became more and more accessible. And now if I want to pick up my phone and trade a stock right now, I can do that. I could buy Bitcoin right now if I wanted to do it right now on my phone. So, yes. And you're seeing this old structure of Wall Street brokers they're upset about it. They're frankly pissed off. And, some people are saying rightfully so, but it's sort of like gamers and people on Reddit really found a way to hack the system.
Yeah, I mean, this is, again, it's not just exclusive to gamers. It's been going on within the people's minds for a long time. I would call this an angry populist movement against the Wall Street, because, people are like, hey, Wall Street elites, we also know how to play this game. And here we are. Look how powerful we are. And I mean, this is not going to be sustainable in the long term, in my opinion. The bubble is going to burst. And of course, GameStop is a failing business. Yeah. It's been failing for a long time. So it's not that GameStop is actually creating value for our economy. No, it's not. Well, it's just because a lot of people just started buying it with a very, very united movement. A lot of people just poured millions of dollars into this. It doesn't mean still a sustainable thing. Of course, a lot of people made a lot of money off of it. But again, a lot of people also really, they lost a lot of money. So, yeah. I mean, it's not just going to be sustainable in the long term, Jim.
Over the weekend, I was with my mom, and she saw the story, and she goes, "Is that place still open?" I actually was motivated. The story itself motivated me to go into a GameStop, just to go back in and kind of take it back in. And I'm like, I can get all of this stuff online. I could download it through the device. So why would I come into the store? But there were people in there. There is still a business to be had. And with that said, I thank you very much, Tahmineh Dehbozorgi from Young Voices. I'm going to get better at this. The next time you get it on, next time you're on the show, I'm going to have it first take. I promise you.
Thank you so much, Jim. I really appreciate it. Good to see you again.
Good seeing you too. Final Five comes back after this.